God damn it.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Take the truth. I'll set you free.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Face the Truth. It has been a long ass time since I've done a podcast because I'm slowing down a little bit because I've been very busy with work and family and everything else. Doing one a week was a little bit insane. I did that for 3 years. I don't know why. But now I'm trying to just do it every once in a while. So don't worry, I'm still doing it, and I'm going to try to do a few more coming up soon. But anyways, all that aside, things have been going okay. Summer is here and it's too hot. I don't like the hot. Anyways, I'm feeling good right now. I'm in my downstairs studio space and it's nice and chilly, so I feel good. And I'm very excited to talk to my guest. I really, I don't know if I've went over this before, but a really good buddy of mine, Travis Louie, shared her work with me once, and then I've had her on the podcast before. You can listen to the episode. It was a really good talk, but I'm a really big fan of her work, her style, her aesthetic, and this girl's got patience. All right. So besides awesome design and really great ideas, technically it's beautiful work, and I like it a lot. And so I wanted to have her on again to be able to share some of the process with everybody and just kind of talk about maybe what she's thinking and just everything that goes into that creative side of who she is with her art and everything. So that's enough. That's enough of an intro. Okay. Anyways, everyone, please welcome Juliet Schreckinger.
Thank you so much.
The one and only, the MH.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. You're always too kind to me on this. You really are. You're my art hero. And I was very grateful that Travis introduced me to your work as well. And I know that you came and taught like a brief class while I was at SVA. And ever since then, I've been mesmerized. So you are amazing. Thank you so much for having me. It's always fun.
Yeah, no problem. I like, you know how it goes. Like I like to do this in the most raw, real, that's how I prefer it. That's how I prefer when I do stand up. Like if you're going to come see me do stand up, you better be able to handle a few jokes. I did stand up last night, and there's a few people that they didn't. It's so funny because all this stuff that's going on, there's so many people like for years now, they're trying to cancel everybody. Right. And it's funny that I started getting into stand up during that time. And it's like, but I'm also 44 and I don't care about anything anymore. Like, I don't care.
Fair.
You know what I mean? Like I'm also not a mean person, but I'm telling jokes, and the whole point is you're trying to cross the line. You're trying to see where the line is and then try to pull them back and take them with you. And it's supposed to be fun. So it's just kind of funny when you do a show and people are just like, you said what? And it's like, it's just a joke. It's a joke. Anyways.
Oh, I gotta come see you do stand up one day. I've always wanted to.
Oh, it's fun. I had a really fun time last night. It was really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was a really great venue. At the Two Brothers Brewery, and so it was this really amazing place and huge stage, packed place. And I thought I was going up early because they asked me as a guest. So usually when you do a guest spot, you only do like 5 minutes, and it's just but I was like, sure, I'll do a guest spot. But they gave me 10 minutes, and instead of putting me on early, they put me on right before the headliner.
That's amazing.
Which was a great spot, and I killed for 10 minutes. Yay. It was great. And then the headliner came out. You should look him up. His name is Adam Burke.
Oh, I will.
He's an Irish comedian, and he was hilarious. I was just like, God damn, I thought I just did good.
Oh, that's awesome. I
but it
love
was,
that. I
yeah,
love
it's so much
comedy
fun.
shows. I would love to come see you one day. If
Yeah.
do you ever play in New York or not
I
anymore?
by one day, I hope so.
Okay.
I actually did a show recently. I did a show on the south side of Chicago at this place called Riddles, and
Ooh.
I had to try out to get on the show, and it was all to do stand up in front of this she's like a talent scout. Her name is Miss Tina,
Oh,
and she's
wow.
from New York, and she's looking for comedian talent and everything. And it was really cool because afterwards she said I was really funny, and she gave me her personal number, and she said anytime I'm in New York or Jersey, she'll put me on a show. So
Yay.
if I get out
Ooh.
there, I'm gonna call her and be like, hey, I'm here. So
Yeah. Oh, I'll definitely come see if it was in New York. That's
yeah,
amazing.
I hope so. I hope to do it. I hope to do it everywhere one day. We'll see. I'm having
Yeah.
fun with it, and I'm trying. It's funny because you put so much into your work, and people start to know you. Like I wonder if you can relate with this, like because you do a great job of posting pretty regularly, sharing your work. But do you ever get this thing where if you post something that has nothing to do with your art, people get pissed at you?
Yes, I do. And if you notice, my feed has nothing in it but my art, literally,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I just got tired of it. I'm like, all right, guess it's pointless unless it's a whale riding an octopus and a horse,
Yeah.
No one wants to see me
Because
or anything else.
I look at the stand-up stuff as just like an extension of my art. Like I think it's art,
But
you know.
that
and
is, yeah,
and
that's different.
but it's like people get mad when I share my stand-up stuff. They're like,
Really?
we don't follow you for that. We follow you for your art and stuff. I'm like,
I'm shocked to hear that. I feel like they go hand in hand, kind of. It's like your personality
Yeah.
is,
some people
wow.
like it, but every once in a while I get like this, like I didn't sign up for this to see your jokes and stuff. I'm like, all right.
Wow,
Anyways, enough about that stuff.
that's so mean. Well, I like it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I get excited. I'm always like, where is it? Is it close enough in driving distance? Oh, one of these days.
Yeah, mostly I just do Chicago area right now, but
Mhm.
one of these days. It was funny though. Last night when I got there, the club owner, he was really, really nice, and he was like, I got to admit, I'm kind of disappointed at how tall you are. He's like, I thought that you were like a shorter guy, and like you're too tall, and I don't know if I like that. And I was like,
So
I
weird.
I didn't know this was a date. Like I thought I was here to tell some jokes. Like
That's hysterical. That's so strange.
yeah, it was very
Wow.
weird.
I get the opposite because I'm so short. I'm like, they're like, are you even 5 foot tall? I'm like, almost.
Are you below 5 foot? Oh my god.
With shoes, I'm 5 foot. With
Okay.
shoes.
Yeah.
I always show up
funny.
at the openings and I'm like looking up to everyone. They're like, oh wow, you're little.
Yeah. Yeah, my ex-wife was really short. Yeah. It was amazing. So that was amazing when I started dating my current wife. She's 5'9", and so it was like, wow, this is weird. Like hugging a woman that I can like look in her eyes. I'm
I
like,
know my boyfriend doesn't have the luxury. He's like 6 foot tall. I'm always like,
yeah,
where'd you go?
so funny. He knows
That's funny.
exactly what the top of your head looks like.
Yes, exactly.
But so before we get into the art stuff, what kind of stuff have you been up to lately? What's been going on?
It's been crazy lately. I've been like a whirlwind. So I graduated school, which was like a race to the end. I feel like I was dragging myself, like,
Yeah.
trying to complete
Congratulations.
everything.
It's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be done. I finished in May, and then I had a solo show lined up with a great gallery in Philly, and I really wanted to, pull it together, but that was a pretty tight timeline because of the final work I had to do for school. So I did it. I finished all the pieces, but it was pretty crazy. And then I had the opening, and I drove out to Philly. I stayed there for like a week, and I just was having a great time. So it's been crazy, but good crazy, all good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Were you able to sell some work?
I did. I sold the centerpiece and a few others. I think there's like 3 available or 4 available still out of a 7-piece show. And then it'll be
Nice.
hanging the rest of the month. So I'm very excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like my dad was just telling me, because he does a lot of shows, and he it's just funny. Like it's funny how the art world works, because like he was like, yeah, I'm so excited. I got part of this huge show. I think it's in New York, if I remember correctly.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, yeah, but it's like, you know, it'd be great if my painting sells. I don't know if it's going to sell, but I have to, you have to send it in a special box that they tell you to send. And it costs this much money and it costs this much. He's going on and on and on. He's like, and the gas prices these days and blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
And he's like, by the time my painting gets there, I've spent so much money. And he's like, and if it sells, it's like, you know, he's going on and on.
No, it's hard times for that type of stuff.
Oh.
It is. That's why I like the one in Philly, because I do show on the West Coast a lot. And it's always like, for like one piece for a group show, it costs like more than the piece. So for Philly, I could drive it out there at least. I drove the solo show there, which is nice because shipping is like killer these days.
Oh,
killer.
It's so annoying. Yeah, it's really crazy. Like I just went to up to North Wisconsin last weekend, and it was great. Got to go fishing and with my brother and dad and everything. But they thought it was funny because I was like, wow, the gas prices are so low up here. And it's really weird because their gas prices are like $4.50, which
that is low compared to
like,
Long Island.
Yeah, like here it's like almost $6.
Yeah, same.
And they're like, this is this is high. And they're like, I'm like, yeah, I mean it is high.
Yeah,
but it's way higher, right? Like, so this is great. Like, I mean, but it's frustrating that I get excited about $4.50 gas. Like, I don't know, man. I feel
that so much. Going to Philly was like the cost of shipping. Honestly, it's not even like that much better. No, actually, that's not true. It is for a whole show. I guess it is better, but still, gas price is still crazy.
How much is it in New York? The gas prices?
like kissing like $5.50. You know, it's gotten up there. Like if you go to certain areas in Long Island, like if you go more towards the east end, like Montauk, it's like much higher. I live in Amityville, so it's kind of like middle of Long Island. It's not as bad, but still bad.
Okay, that's yeah. I haven't been to Chicago for a while, so I'm not sure what the gas. I'm sure they're like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's $6 or more in Chicago.
In the big cities, it is. I know if you go into the city, it's like that. So in New York, yeah.
It's terrible, man. I haven't had a full tank of gas for like a while. Like it's basically just like fill it up here and there.
Yep.
No, wait. Was that you or me?
I think that's you.
I think it's me. I never hear sirens here. That's like one of the first times in a long. I felt like I was in Chicago again.
Oh no.
Now, where did you say that you are? You're in Amityville, or
if you know, like the weird
Jaws,
Amityville
right?
horror house. Yes.
That's where they filmed Jaws, right?
And Jaws, yes, and Jaws. Yep. Amityville is from Jaws and that weird creepy house. Yes.
Do you guys have actually have great whites around there?
Oh, it's funny you said that. There were like 3 shark bites today.
Really?
Yep, a big great white. It was actually really sad because I know the feeling is mutual, as we've talked about, that you're a shark lover too. But
I love sharks.
They keep washing up on the beach, the great whites, and people are killing them. And it's really, really upsetting on Long Island. I wish they would chill. But yeah,
they're killing them and just like putting them back in the water, and then they're showing up dead.
They're killing them a lot of times on boats. There's like a lot of finning, and then some of them it's like the babies, because there's a hatch. I'm forgetting the word for it. It's not a nest. It's like whatever they call a shark nursery off the coast of Montauk. So a lot of the babies like that aren't, adults, they're not as intelligent. They come very close to the shore, and not knowing, they kind of like bite someone's foot or something. So when people see them, they just like kind of on spot try to fish them and kill them. But it's just sad because they would grow up and probably be fine. But as babies, they come so close to the shore, and a baby great white is still kind of big.
Yeah, like 9 feet, 7 feet.
Yeah. It's crazy. If you look up Long Island right now, it's like Shark City.
You know what's funny about that is like that's awesome. Here's the thing. I was just talking about this on my Patreon. I actually did a painting of a great white this morning, like a sketch.
I just commented on your Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I was just about to bring that up. It was so good. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I think I'm gonna finish. I was just gonna do it like for like an hour or so, but I got so into it. I'm like, I think I'm gonna keep working on it, and I think I might actually try to take that and expand on it and do like a caricature of that, like push it further or something. But
oh my god, I'd be so excited. Please do that.
I love sharks so much. But I was just talking about how, just how misunderstood people don't understand. Like there's some of my favorite videos are the aerial views of people on the beaches surfing, swimming, and there's great whites swimming in between people all day. And nobody knows.
Yeah.
Like
they're
there. all the time.
Yes, they are.
And it's just like, you are like, I think it's terrible when someone gets attacked, obviously, right? But you are in their world. They're like,
Yep, that's their home.
It's like if I go to Wisconsin and I'm hanging out with my brother, and like I was saying, how we heard wolves howling while we're out by the campfire. It was really cool, but they were very close, and it was kind of getting scary.
Yeah.
We stayed outside and looked at the stars and had a good time. If we got attacked, our fault.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but that's
we're out in their nature. It's
yeah,
like,
and I agree with you.
like I'm just saying I'm not surprised. Like, it's not,
Yeah.
Don't be shocked that a shark bites, but it's very rare, right?
It is very rare. Yeah. And it's very rare that it's like, even where it'd be something very complicated, like even the small bites, like you just need a few stitches most of the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking away from the fact that sometimes it can be very serious. It's just that it makes me sad because the sharks are, I hate when they're killed. It's just very, very sad to me. They're such amazing creatures.
I actually tried to work on a bit that's not really developed all the way yet, so forgive me, but I was like saying, like, talking about sharks, people are so afraid of sharks. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you have better chance of getting shot in a mass shooting than getting bit by a shark.
Sad but true.
It's true. Yeah. And I did that at an open mic. People were like, oh, but I'm like,
Oh no.
I'm like, let's get rid of you got a better chance to get hit by lightning quote. That's outdated. It should be, you got a better chance of getting shot at a school shooting.
You're not wrong.
So
I think that's
anyway,
sad but true.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
No, I get so mad when people do that, like when they do the finning things of sharks. It just pisses me off.
Those pictures make me so mad. I was reading this article and it was like 1,000 things that are like more likely to kill you. It was like you're more likely to die by like vending machine death than like shark. There was like 1,000 like other things. The poor sharks, man. They get such a bad rap. They're so like, they're actually so docile. Like there's so many of them. They're so docile.
They most sharks don't attack people. Most species.
Yeah.
And like I got to swim with sharks one time, and they told us, don't hold your breath because like the bubbles scare the sharks. And they said, don't hold your breath so that the bubbles don't come out, so you can get closer to the sharks, because that's not good. You could die. So, but I did that. Like one time, the diver was like going like this, let us know there's sharks coming. And I was like, like, so I could get closer to them.
That'd be me.
Yeah. Cause as soon as the bubbles came out, they go like this and they swim away, and you're like, oh. But anyways, oops. So anyways, enough about that. So what I want to do, because I want to talk about your work, and again, at some point, it's only letting me do 40 minutes, and so in the next 20 minutes, we're gonna have to restart it over. But for 20 minutes, we can start getting into stuff. Awesome. So let me figure out how to do this. I think right here. Okay, so you should be able to share your screen now.
Awesome. So I thought I have like two major things. So I just finished that show, and it's called Out of Water. So I wanted to show like a bit of that work because I worked really hard on it, and it fits right into our theme. There's a big shark piece, and it is all about like ocean animals that are, none of them are seen in the water. So that's like the whole theme of the show. And then I also put a few videos, and I showed some progress pictures of how I made them. Let me just share.
Cool.
My screen. Okay.
Awesome.
So this is the first piece. The whole show is about like the connections that the animals have to each other and to like their place in time and history. So I based the show a lot around, I would do a lot of environmental work with Pangea Seed, Surfrider Foundation, and a few other like ocean protection organizations. And it was on my mind a lot. So this was the first piece.
And can we explain to people real quick too? Just I want like just let them know like what is this on paper, like illustration board?
Sure.
And it's, you do like some stuff with charcoal and whatever, but it's a lot of pointillism.
Yeah.
Inks or
it's like such a weird process. It's all stipple and ink. So the character is all stipple with a 003 micron pen. And then the backgrounds are done in graphite, and I call it like brushed graphite because a lot of times I'm like using different tools to blend the graphite in, and then just pencil for like a lot of the bottom objects or like side objects. Like there's a one with a lighthouse that's in graphite. But yeah, and they're all on paper. I work exclusively on Arches hot pressed paper, and I find it just has the best texture. And
So
that's it. Yeah.
so so like the values like on the squid,
Yeah.
that's like the grayish tone. That's all. Is that like a brushed in, or is that all just from the dots?
All dots. So it's completely
Oh
dots.
wow. Okay.
And then when I
That's
do the
so
brushed
awesome.
graphite, like I'll erase out and make it even like a stronger highlight in some of the areas, but
Mhm.
it's not like I'm taking the pencil and shading over the stipple typically.
See, that's what I wanted people to see. Is that what's so cool about this is just the that's what I love about this kind of stuff too. Is like it's got such a soft look. You see from a distance, and it just you have these different value ranges. But the fact that it's just all like dots is amazing.
Thank you.
I've done a few pieces like this in the past before, and it's very satisfying. But it's the you know, and you can get some amazing results, but it's definitely a test of patience. You know?
I know. I'm so weird. I love it though. I
Yeah.
honestly love it. Like it's very fun to me. I think it's really like relaxing and meditative,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, it does
Yes.
take a lot of time. And I usually warn people like if you want to get into it, maybe start with a little bit of a bigger pen so it's not too frustrating. Because my pen is like the size of a needle. It's kind of kind of excessive.
I used to do it with actual pen and ink, and
Wow.
it was frustrating because you know every once in a while you get a little bit too much ink, and it's just well, it's screwed up,
Yeah.
man.
No, that's so annoying. That's like very hard. I
Oh,
have a
this
lot of
is
respect for that.
amazing.
This is the next piece. This is our shark friend, as we spoke
Yeah.
about. This is a
Love it.
thresher. Obviously, his tail is a bit
Yeah.
exaggerated, but
Yeah.
a fun one.
No, that's so awesome. It's such a, and one thing why I like your work so much is that it's just, first of all, I love the idea of the sea and the creatures that's just, you know, brings me in right away. The lighthouses, the combination, everything. But then your designs are so fun.
Oh, thank you.
How, like, what, when you do a piece like this, what's the beginning stage where you like, I mean, are you seeing, do you think of the idea before you start, or do you kind of just start playing around with it, like sketching
So,
and
I think for, you know, single pieces, usually it's kind of that, like I'm just playing around, sketching and coming up with ideas. But for this show, since I had a pretty specific goal, I thought a lot about like which animals I wanted to include. And I knew from the start, like that I wanted my Thresher Shark character to be one of them. So that being known, I traveled all the way like from coast to coast last summer shooting references of different lighthouses. So this is my photograph that I referenced to draw this, and I took the lighthouses and the scenery that I wanted to include and then sketched the different animals for the show on top of that photo in my iPad. And the shark, like then that's how I started to compose it. So I had a list of animals, I had reference photos, and I kind of tried to combine the two to make a narrative.
That's awesome.